What up, my people? RC Rollins is in the building. Look where I'm at. Oh, yeah. I'm in my works clubhouse. And take a look at this. Looks pretty legit, right? Well, I was actually bringing you this video because I wanted to talk about it, but then it got too late, and then it got more late, so I was like, let me give you a prediction for next week's fight. And then I'll give you the predictions for this week's fight, even though I didn't really talk about them, but I'll go right through them. I'll give you who I think is going to win. And I'm not going to review, I will review the fight on Sunday, so expect a video on Sunday or Monday. Either way, expect a video. But the one I'm going to get deep down is the Miguel Berchelt versus Oscar Valdez, the Mexican War. Before getting there, let me give you a run through to today, February, 13th fights. We got Richard Commey returning after Teofimo Lopez knocked him out about a year and something months versus Marinez, a Dominican fighter that was robbed by Rolly Romero. It's embarrassing how he got robbed. On the undercard, we got Valdez and Flores, Gabe Flores, another up-and-coming guy. Check him out. Now, for the Flores-Valdez, I got Flores. For the Commey versus Marinez, you got a boxer versus a puncher. I'm going to go with Commey. I'm going to go with Commey by knockout. So we'll see what happens. Gabe is going to win by 8 points. Okay? Now, on the Zone, that was on ESPN. And one of the reasons I got really bummed out about that, because it was going to be Joe Smith versus Maximov. Maximov got COVID, so the fight's postponed. And that was the one fight that I was really looking forward to this weekend. It got canceled. And then my second fight that I was looking forward to was on the Zone, and that was Jojo Diaz versus, I can't pronounce his name. He's Russian, Ukrainian. He has a weird name, Rhakimov, something like that. I don't know much about him. I just know that he's a slugger. Jojo Diaz is a slugger with the left, with the nice. He's a southpaw, likes to go in the back, but he did lose his belt on the weigh-in. He was overweight, so that's really bad. I'm still gonna go with Jojo. Who knows? It's really hard. Now the fight that I'm looking forward to is Brian Castaño versus Patrick Texeira. This became my number one to view after Smith was out, after that fight was out, and then after Jojo Diaz missed the weight. Now Brian Castaño versus Texeira. It's for the WBO belt for the 150 on the 154. It's really interesting because if Brian Castaño wins, we can get Undisputed versus Charlo. But that means that all the belts are going to be over there. If Texeira were to win, maybe Crawford could challenge him. I really doubt it. I don't know if he would move up there, but he could become the mandatory since he's the 147 WBO belt champion. However, one's a slugger, one's more of a boxer puncher. And in this case, I'm going to go with the boxer puncher. And I do want to say he's going to win a unanimous decision, Brian Castaño. Now, in UFC, I'm going to go with Nunes, and I'm going to go with Usman. And I think Usman's going to win by TKO. Yes, I said it here. I should have gone with decision, but I'm going to stick with it. I don't think I'm going to watch those fights at all because I am more of a boxing guy, but I have to give you those two. I'm confident Nunes is going to win, and it's more like a 60-40 for Usman. Now, let's get to where I want to talk about. Valdez. He's coming up on weight. He already had 2 or 3 fights. Can't remember. This might be his 3rd or 4th fight in this weight division. The kid's a war. He's a warrior. He slugs it out. He brawls it out. He has too much anger. And with Eddie Reynoso, he kind of looks like he's stepping down because I love Valdez, but don't get me wrong. I don't know if he has the high IQ to work with Reynoso, boxing IQ. But the kid, man, has so much heart. And sometimes that heart can work 2 ways. It can take you down or it can take you up. Now, most of his cases, it has been up. He's fighting someone that I really love, Miguel Berchelt. Body puncher, strong fighter, massive hitting. Jeez Louise. This guy, another Mexican warrior with a lot of heart, has a chin. and he's the most proven fighter in the 130 division. Yes, you know, you had Loma that came in, got his belt, but then he jumped to 135. Berchelt has defended his title, I believe it's 6 times. He beat Vargas twice. He beat Roman. He fought the Japanese guy. Can't remember his name right now. And he also beat Sosa. So that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 times. This will be his 6th defense. Again, both are warriors. It's gonna be a war. I can tell you that. If it's the fight to see, this is the fight to see. This is gonna be fight of the year contender. It might be war of the year contender. It's gonna be back and forth until someone gives up. And I'm sorry, Valdez. As much as I like you, I think you're gonna lose. And I'm going for a TKO number 9. That's what I'm going for. Whatever it is, if Valdez loses, if Berchelt loses, us fans will win. Do not miss this fight. This fight is going to be reckless. It's going to be a lot of punching, a lot of woes, a lot of oohs, a lot of, oh my God. People, you're going to love this fight. If you just like fighting overall, watch this fight. That is next week, February 20, on free TV. Well, not free. You have to have cable, but it's on ESPN. It's Warrior versus Warrior. A champion versus a champion that's coming up. Mexican versus Mexican. And you know, when you get Mexican versus Mexican, you're going to get a whole lot of action because those guys fight for pride. Now, let me know who do you think is going to win on today's fights, and let me know who do you think is going to win between Berchelt and Valdez. It's going to be a great week. You have this week, and you have next week, and then I'm going to give you the post review for the Valdez fight and the Valdez Berchelt. And then I will also give you my prediction for the Canelo fight, which is the week after that. We have a whole boxing week because in March we're going to die and all the fights are going to be on the UK. But people, watch the fight. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be action-packed and no defense. Maybe a little bit of defense. No boxing, running, nothing like that. It's going to be a war. It's going to leave a lot of broken jaws, a lot of blood, a lot of broken noses, a lot of broken hands. Let's do this. Berchelt Valdez next week. Who do you guys have? What do you guys have this week? Do comment, do like, do subscribe.